IndiaGlitz viewers, Kirti is here. Today we have Uthara Menon with us. She is also Gautam Vasudevan Menon, or his sister. If it was Surya who was doing this movie, then appo in the looks na irundirukuma.
Yeah, because for the character, this is important. Dhanush's film itself, we do have a portion which is very period. I am waiting to do more work on that part of the film. So Gautam is planning another movie. If he uses me for that movie, I'll be excited because it's going to be completely period. I think only with Madamaiyada. That was the movie that he made that was directly related to what happened in my house. That sister in that movie, sometimes it was my sister, sometimes it was me.
Unga friend or your sister friend or has he ever had a relationship?
Well, he's married to my sister's friend. They were best friends all through school.
Okay.
So I guess that's where it's all coming from, right? I'd like to step out of Gautam Menon's comfort zone to see what it's like to work with other filmmakers. Because a lot of people told me that after Yennai Arindhaal released that I'm going to be swamped with offers and things like that. But no, nobody's called me.
If somebody tells you, "Illa, neenga da indha role enna pannu, indha character neenga da pannu," appadina will you?
Are you kidding me? No.
No, I'm serious.
My son might be touchy about that. I know Gautam has asked me a few times for some characters here and there. I've run in the other direction. But I don't know.
இது எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும். Gautam, he keeps telling that my movies are an inspiration for my own life அப்படினு இல்லையா. So அவரோட எல்லா படத்துலயும் ஒரு sister character வந்துரும். கண்டிப்பா வந்துரும். Which sister character are you related to? Which movie and எந்த sister நீங்க?
I think it depends. We can both share that part, my sister and me. So it doesn't matter. If you used one sister, it could be me or her, I think.
Okay.
But I think only with Madamaiyada. That was the movie that he made that was directly related to what happened in my house. So pretty much. So, and even the set and everything, they recreated exactly what was in my house. That sister in that movie, sometimes it was my sister, sometimes it was me. There were like dialogues which were sometimes about my older sister, and there was dialogues sometimes which had to do with me, because when my father passed away and when Gautam came home, I was the one who was there at the door receiving him. So that part of it was surely me. So I think it's like that. I don't think very specifically he puts it out there. I think at some point he uses some dialogue and I'm like, my sister will be like, that was what I said. I said, yeah, but this is what I said. You know, it's like that.
Right. And I don't know if this is silly, but I really wanted to know because hero வந்து கௌதமோட எல்லா படத்துலயும் sister friend கூட தான் he gets into a relationship invariably.
Yeah.
So has Gautam in real life done something like that to your friend, or as in we know that he's had relationships, he's been very open with it. So unga friend or your sister friend or has he ever had a relationship?
Well, he's married to my sister's friend. They were best friends all through school.
Okay.
So I guess that's where it's all coming from, right?
True that.
Yeah.
ஒவ்வொரு படத்துலயுமே ஒவ்வொரு ஆக்டரையும் நீங்க அவ்வளவு அழகா ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் பண்றீங்க. They look so beautiful. Pick up any Gautam's movie, the actors, they have a transformation, they have that beauty. இவங்க இவ்ளோ அழகான்ற அளவுக்கு you just bring out something from them. So how does that magic work?
I think what we did with Trisha was something amazing. With Yennai Arindhaal. She was always in this very plain Jane kind of get-up. In all her films, she'll hardly use any kajal under her eyes. So when we decided to make her a Bharatanatyam dancer for the film, then I thought we should just go all out. Give her like the biggest bindi, dress her up like how you and I dress up, you know, a lot of eye makeup and things like that, and it just worked wonders for her. It really carried the movie forward, the way she carried herself off with her new look. She was very hesitant, in fact, but then she did that very well. Basically, someone like Ajith also, he's a natural, just the way he carries himself off, his looks, everything. So I just wanted to keep him as he is. Keep him as natural as he is. Put him in regular clothes. That's all I did actually. I just put him in everyday clothes from regular stores. I mean, I just didn't do anything so different, but the colors, the combinations that we put together, I think that spoke wonders about the way he
Yes,
came
it
out
was
on screen.
magic.
Yeah, it was
magic on
beautiful.
screen.
Yeah.
I think more than Thala, Salt and Pepper, idellam tavirthu Hema Nika was just standing out.
Yeah.
The kind of fabrics that you had used also were very different, no? They were.
Yes, actually what we did is we took a lot of Kanjeevaram cotton fabrics and we did Western clothes with that.
Okay.
So an idea that my sister gave me actually. She's always there for me, putting a little bit of her 2 bits in, telling me what we can do to make a look different. So with Trisha we said we'll do an Indo-Western kind of look. So we did a lot of those kind of dresses. We took regular traditional fabrics and made like dresses and gave it a little bit of detailing here and there to a top and made it Western with jeans and things like that.
Okay.
That's what we did. With Trisha we had a lot of time, I must say that. We had a lot of time, we planned, we put all the looks together, we got everything made. So it just showed on screen. So if you give us time, we can definitely do a lot more work. Creative work, I'm saying.
How was Ajith when related to fashion and all that? How updated was he? Because வேற ஒரு டிசைனர் கிட்ட வேற ஒரு படத்துக்காக பேசியிருக்கும் போது she was telling நாங்க எது கொடுத்தாலும் அவர் போட்டுக்கிட்டாரு ப்ராப்ளமே இருக்கல அப்படிட்டு. So how well was he personally updated with fashion?
Well, I think what we gave him was something very different from what he'd worn in any movie before. I think they totally they people have dressed him up well how he should be dressed up, but somehow they didn't take advantage of his color and how handsome he is and things
Very
like that.
true, no? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes colors do that, you know, to a person. It just lifts your complexion out, up and everything. So I think I did that with the way I dressed him up. I just gave him simple cottons and linens, but the colors were all light.
Yeah.
Very gentleman colors. So I think in that sense I was very happy the way it worked out with him. When we would go to his house for trials, and he was very particular about trials.
Okay.
So we would go to his house and we'd go with like a whole bunch of clothes for that schedule and try them out.
Okay.
And he would patiently wear everything and come out and show it to us. And you should have just seen the looks on the faces of all these associate directors and assistants and all who were with me. The jaws would just drop every time he walked out, because he looked very, very good. He carried it off very, very well. Very well. And a very hospitable person. You go to his house, he won't let you do anything till you've eaten and you've had something to drink. Even if you're full, he will make sure you eat something. He's a sweetheart.
The next Salt and Pepper. Dhruva Natchathiram. First time Vikram ki idu Salt and Pepper look.
Yeah. Thing is, I'm not doing his costumes. I've only styled his look.
Okay.
I actually styled the look 2 years ago with Gautam. And so we're using that, but it's completely somebody else's work. So I don't even want to get into that.
But I just have a question. Since you've anyway styled his looks, if it was Surya who was doing this movie, then அப்பவும் இந்த லுக்ஸ் தான் இருந்திருக்குமா?
Yeah, because for the character this is important.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was based on the character that we made sketches and we wrote briefs and we figured out, okay, this is because it's a few different characters, so each character has to match that look that we gave. So Gautam has stuck to that script only. So the look remains the same. That doesn't change.
Okay.
He comes with his own set of people and teams, so he's working with them.
Okay.
As a team, the Gautam's company and I have sat together and worked together and given out the look.
Okay.
So they bring it to the table.
All right. And when
நம்ம பிரச்சனைக்கு இவன் தான் காரணம். இவனோட டீம் ஒரு இந்தியன் கோவர்ட் யூனிட் 8-10 பேர்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Yennai Nokki Payam Tota. Dhanush's career profile eduthu paatha, he is not much into experimenting. He is very comfortable with whatever he's wearing. He's with a pair of jeans and a shirt. And velila varumode he is with a veshti and a shirt. That's how he is off camera and all that. And in the padathile he was looking so different. So how did you convince him to get into something like that?
We don't have to convince him to do anything. He knows what he wants. He evolves that way. I mean, I don't know him so much. I've met him and interacted with him on the set, and he just knows that, okay, this is my next step. This is where I'm headed to next. He does it with ease. There's no airs about it, and he's very smooth. That's how I look at it, and we just wanted to keep him very urban and yuppie and sophisticated for this film. So that's all it took, and he just fell into that character so beautifully. I mean, nobody would probably think, because they've not seen him in that kind of a get-up at all, right?
Exactly.
So it's all there inside. He just brings it out when he's ready to bring it out. I think that's how it is done.
Okay, and as a person also, he's very practical, right? He also knows what he wants.
That's what I'm saying.
He's very, is he very choosy about his clothes and all that, or he's fine?
Not. He's comfortable as long as he looks good in it. He's fine with it, and I don't even tell him how to dress up.
Okay.
We give him the look.
Okay.
We give him the looks. If it's layers or if it's whatever it is, we give him the looks. He will come out looking just the way he should. He will tuck it in just the right way. He will fold it just the right way, amount of folding. He does all that himself. I don't have to even get into his caravan to do that.
And the heroine of the movie, avanga padathliyum she's playing a heroine, illaya?
Yeah, she is.
You will have to work even more konjam to give out the looks.
She's a very simple, regular girl in her normal life. But she plays a heroine from a period time. So that is the only part where that little bit of effort that comes out, because it's very period. So we have to cue into that time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's interesting, because otherwise it'll be just like dressing up Manjima again, right? So because Gautam's brief with his character is like she's a regular girl. I mean, how much more different can you make her? You can give her a bohemian look, you can give her a very formal look, you can give her a Salwar Indian look. That's all you can do with a girl. But when you make her a heroine and throw her into a flashback, then it's lovely, right? Then it's something for us to do.
Yes.
Then the creativity comes out. Then there's fabric, there's stitching, there's a lot of all that work that comes out. That's good fun.
So, idla enna madri fabrics use pannirkeenga for the flashback portion of the heroine?
It's all sequins and lace, and a lot of frills, and it's very period. It's going way back to the 1900s. So it's a lot of Western element in it as well.
Okay.
You wait for it. It's good fun.
We don't even wait. That's the problem.
And there's a lot more work to be done on the film.
Okay.
So we only touched the surface of it.
Okay.
So that'll happen. Then the work will finally come out. So
And I'm sure it's going to be stunning again.
I can't wait to start working on it. Though. Yeah.
வார்த்தை பேசாதே மடி மீது நீ தூங்கிடு இமை போல நான் காக்க கனவாய் நீ மாறிடு.
Gautam Menon அப்படின்னா இந்த ஹீரோக்கு ஒரு கிளீஷேட் லுக் இருக்கும் எப்பவுமே. அந்த ஒரு காப்பு இருக்கணும், and எல்லா படத்துலயும் கண்டிப்பா ஒரு ஒயிட் ஷர்ட் வந்துடணும்.
Yes.
Why is it so? Has he ever told you, is it kind of sentimental, இல்லனா அவருக்கு அவரோட ஹீரோ இப்படி தான் இருக்கணும், அது வேணும்ன்றது ஏதாவது?
I think that's him, right? In a sense.
Yes.
So when I dress up like say Manjima, that's probably the way I dress up.
Okay.
That's like an extension of me.
Okay.
So Trisha was very different, of course. Of course, we did the eyes like how we do our eyes.
Yes.
So we always take something from ourselves,
Right.
and put it out there. So I think for Gautam also, he always wears a kada. He always wore a kada.
Yes.
And he's always got that one nerve
Ama.
quietly there, not coming out. So I think that's just an extension of him as well. So if I look at him, he'll say, and you know me, right? I need the kada. So I'm like, okay. You get the kada. So that's how it is.
And AYM. I think again, Simbu is looking very stunning, and Manjima, cake mein vanda. You were telling me that it's you, and that's how you actually like.
Yeah,
to dress
funnily
up.
I didn't realize that, but a lot of my friends after watching the movie, they told me that, man, you dressed her up just like how you do that. So that's when it occurred to me, because I just throw a dupatta around anything I wear, so it's probably something to do with that. I didn't realize it myself. Somewhere in my subconscious I must have been doing it.
True that. Was it necessary that Simbu was actually looking konjam plumpy, and did the character demand that?
Not really. I think the movie went through its stages, and I think Simbu was also committed to another film.
Yes.
Where he had played a few different characters. For one, he had to gain weight. So I think that's all it was. So since this movie dragged on also for a little while, we had to somehow still finish the movie, right? So, and Simbu, I don't think it matters if he gains or loses weight. Because when he comes on set and he's standing in front of the camera, it's all just single takes. It's very effortless acting. So I really don't think it matters if he put on any weight or not. It's just that it was a little bit of a challenge for us, because we thought we'd have to dress him up, how to cover up anything that, but there was nothing much there to be done.
Okay.
There was just an obvious difference, because the movie went through a whole year to finish.
Right.
So obviously there'll be a difference. But otherwise, everything went off pretty well. And anyway, he was in jackets for the film.
Right,
so
right.
That didn't matter so much.
Simbu, as a person, he carries himself very well on screen, off screen, wherever he
Right.
is. And over a period he created style statements and the black color band
Right.
boys started following what he was
He was
wearing.
wearing, right?
He is so updated with fashion. So how was it working with somebody like that?
That's what I'm saying. He was just so easy to dress up because whatever you gave him, he just wore it.
That's all.
That's
No
all it
questions.
was. No questions asked. That's all it was. As long as it fit him comfortably, he was totally fine with it. He would just say where to get a particular garment from or a pair of jeans from, but that's just for our reference so that it will make it easier on us.
Right.
But otherwise, it just, yeah, I know that some of the stuff I gave him he really liked. He wanted to take it back home, which he did, and I want it back. But other than that, I think he was just very easy.
Okay.
Very, very easy to dress up.
நம்மளோட தங்கச்சினா நம்ம எல்லாருக்குமே தங்கச்சி
ஆமாமா.
பட் நம்ம தங்கச்சியோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் நமக்கு தங்கச்சிங்க தானே.
When styling female actors, okay, I just have a doubt. You would want to pair up the sari with a jhumka, somebody else would want to pair it up with something else.
Right.
So, in the mari edana clashes nadandirka on sets la?
No, nothing so far. I've worked with about four heroines, 5 heroines. There haven't been any clashes because, see, like I said, Gautam is very clear with the kind of look he wants. After that, it's about going and getting it. Sadly, of late, we haven't had any time to even think. So it's, so whatever it is, just like put it there. Okay, cut this out, add some flower here, that sort of thing. It'll all happen here on my dining table, you know.
Okay.
And yeah, so only for songs we try and put a little effort, but otherwise there haven't been that much. We could have done a lot more with Anushka, of course, for Yennai Arindhaal, but we stuck to the character brief that we had. We wanted to keep her very Western, very corporate, that sort of a look, and we stuck to it as much as we could. But she was also getting into another movie at that time, where she had to be a little more overweight. So
Yes,
somewhere there was a clash, but overall we were okay. Yeah.
So, as you were telling, sometimes we wouldn't, get time or find time to design a costume. நம்ம வந்து அவங்க scene சொல்லிருப்பாங்க இந்த look இப்படிதானே நம்ம முடிவு பண்ணிருப்போம். But for some reason there wouldn't be time to actually achieve the kind of look that we wanted on the costumes. So how difficult is it as a designer at that point of time?
Yeah, it's actually more frustrating than difficult because as a stylist or as somebody who designs clothes, it's you get a sort of a satisfaction when you see something different on screen.
Right.
But when you see something ready-made on screen, you're like, oh man, I don't want to see that. You know. Having said that, what we do is we have all these extra fittings with us all the time. So even if you have no choice, even if you have to pick up something that's off a shelf, mass-produced and everything, we somehow try to cut off some part of that top, we add something to that top, we try and change it as much as we can. At least for the songs, we try and change it, you know. Sometimes even for songs, we don't have time. I mean, songs is where you put a lot of effort and you create something beautiful, but even then we don't have time. So then we just go with the theme. So for Manjima, we said we'll do like a floral theme for her song.
Okay.
The one, the Talipogade song. So what to do with floral? So we picked up all sorts of flowers that we could, small, tiny shapes and sizes. And whatever tops we bought, we started adding those flowers here and then created a kind of a theme.
Okay.
So every part of that song has a top with some sort of flower detailing on it. It is quite challenging. If you have a Trisha in Yennai Arindhaal, we had a lot of time because we planned, we were able to put an entire look together for her, and we had that whole set ready for her to try out and to use at any given point when she came on screen. So that worked out beautifully well. We can do a lot. I mean, there's so much you can do. There's so much fabric you can play around with. We can think, we have ideas, but then when you're under stress for like 50 garments, 20 garments and you have 2 days, I don't want to think. I just want to bring it on board. If we want, we can put all of this together and make it look beautiful, like I said. But if we can't have it, then what do? You just have to make sure that at least your color combinations are slightly different and stand out from a normal person on the road.
Right.
That's the only way you can bring that difference out.
Tell us about one particular movie that you so loved. Neenga costume panna oru padam that you were really happy, really satisfied with.
I think Yennai Arindhaal, for sure.
At least for Himanika.
Yeah, at least for her and Ajith, of course. They were like,
oh man, I should tell you, I just ipo kuda enak Ajith kannu munadi nikkararu.
yeah, no, when that white shirt and all.
Yes.
I think only, I don't know, see, Anushka was lovely as well. I have no qualms about that. It's just that I maybe didn't want that long hair. I'd have liked it like somewhere mid-length or something. But you know how it is.
I kind of didn't like the fringes also.
Yeah, that would have worked with with this length. Overall, she was still looking very lovely.
Right.
So she was a very traditional girl in today's world.
Right,
so
right.
that was the look, and I think we got that spot on. So, I think that would have been the movie. I've also done some Telugu songs. Yeah, I've so there's one song that I worked on with the art director of the film, and it's called Blockbuster.
Okay.
It's an Allu Arjun movie, and we are very, very happy with the way that song turned out. So it was just a song for that. I did a couple of songs for that film, and I did one more song for another film.
Okay.
So they keep calling me for that, and I love it. It's just go create a look, put it together, and dress them up and come back. So it's great fun. I'm really enjoying that part of it. So the song is called Blockbuster, and this girl called Anjali, the actress from here, she's done that song. It was a complete bohemian look.
Okay.
So it's very trippy. You should catch it. It's really good. Yeah, very happy with the way that song came out.
When you find time for yourself, do you again sit down, start drawing inspirations? அடுத்து ஏதான ஒரு work வந்தா இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணலாமா அப்படி பண்ணலாமான்னு inspirations draw பண்ணுவீங்களா?
When I find time.
Yeah,
that's a good question. We have to go back to that now. when I'm not doing this, I'm with my kid. And I'm in this house, so I actually don't have the time. Coming to think of it, I don't. So I think I'm going to tell my sister to start thinking for the next look, because she gave me the Kanjivaram cotton ideas. Maybe I should tell her to think for me.
Gautam movie தவிர பெருசா நீங்க வேற எந்த directors-ஓட work பண்ற மாதிரி தெரியல, but I'm sure you're getting offers because you're creating such amazing looks. So
that's funny because a lot of people told me that after Yennai Arindhaal released that I'm going to be swarmed with offers and things like that. But no, nobody's called me.
But, okay.
Nobody's called me yet. So if they call me, then I'll take a look at it.
One kind of movie that you always wanted to design?
Yeah, I'd like to step out of Gautam Menon's comfort zone to see what it's like to work with other filmmakers. But genre-wise, I'm open to anything. I'd like to do something where a lot of, like in Dhanush's film itself, we do have a portion which is very period. I'm waiting to do more work on that part of the film. So Gautam is planning another movie. If he uses me for that movie, I'll be excited because it's going to be completely period. So that'll be fun. So because there you will have no choice but to create something different.
Yes.
It's not your regular run-of-the-mill clothes. Stuff like that is interesting. At least you can rack your brains and come up with something interesting and beg for time, of course, to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah. And your most favorite fabric that you always work on, maybe on yourself or for the movies, உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச kind of fabric?
I love this. I love silk. I love silk sarees. And given a choice, coming up with an idea now with this silk saree. So I think you'll see it on screen very soon for one of the songs with Anush. I love working with silk, and I love patches.
Okay.
Like patches of color of silk on a person.
Okay.
So I'm trying to create something on those lines.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. So now you're just making us more curious to know how the look is going to be. Being a model, I'm sure you would have got offers to show up on screen as well, right? But why didn't you?
I don't know. I'm so embarrassed to do this. I'm so conscious. I don't know where to look, whether to look down or look up. So that's my only thing.
But if somebody tells you, illa neenga da indha role ena pannu indha character neenga da pannu appadina, will you?
I don't know. 10 years ago, no way. 5 years ago also, maybe not. Now that I have had a child and I've become a little more mature in my head, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know Gautam has asked me a few times for some characters here and there. I've run in the other direction. But I don't know. I think I'll have to do, I don't know. Let's see.
I get that, okay. Uthara, once again, let me tell you the kind of looks that you're creating. Of course, there are so many designers, so many stylists in the industry. But I think the way that you are creating it is very unique. In a way, we'll be able to figure out, okay, Uthara, you've got a stamp on yourself now. Do keep creating good new looks as well.
Yeah, we need time, people.
Gautam, this is for you as well, sir. Give her time. I think she can just do wonders if you give her that little time. Please, okay? Do well. Hopefully, looking to see you on screen as well.
Are you kidding me?
soon.
No.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
My son might be touchy about that.
We'll handle him. It's okay. Good luck.
Thank
And something
you.
that you would like to tell our IndiaGlitz viewers.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be in front of all of you and talk about my work. I'm really small fry. It's going to take me a long time before I get anywhere. So, but still I'm here, and hopefully I'm here to stay. So thank you so much, IndiaGlitz, and thank you, Kirti, for this.
Pleasure is all mine, Uthara. And of course, you're here to stay, and you've been really humbled by saying you're very small. Alright, so my dear friends, kandipa இந்த இன்டர்வியூ உத்ரா மேனனோட you would have enjoyed, and உங்களுக்கு புரிஞ்சிருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் behind the screens எவ்வளோ work இருக்கு, and styling a person, designing the costume for an actor is a very difficult task அப்படின்னு. But okay, with this we ought to wrap up. I will be back again with another celebrity, but until then, cinema பத்தின எந்த ஒரு விஷயமா இருந்தாலும் the one place that you guys have to log into is IndiaGlitz.com. Subscribe now. This is Kirti signing out for now, along with Uthara Menon and the complete team of IndiaGlitz.com. Take care. Bye-bye.